In today's day and age, social media is such an important factor in any business trying to do marketing, especially digital marketing. And this is even more important, especially in the real estate industry. Now, unfortunately, there are many realtors who still haven't been able to jump into social media marketing and actually start promoting their services and their expertise. And of course, at the end of the day, if the realtor doesn't have a strong online presence, it becomes very difficult for them to start winning more business online. So today in this video, I'm going to break down two main big reasons that realtors face and fear from social media, or the obstacles that really prevent them from jumping onto social media marketing and actually doing well in social media. And of course, stick around to the end and I'll break down a very simple steps that you can take in order to overcome these fears. By the way, my name is Will and I am a digital marketer for over 5 years, and I mainly specialize in social media marketing and video marketing. All right, for the first one, I'm actually going to take you on a little talk here. Let's just have a little talk. Let's go over here, right here with the lights. All right, so real quick, understandable that the very first one is going to be the fear of you being judged. And while that is an issue, is a big issue, you got to understand that this fear of being judged online on social media so you don't market your services or your expertise is actually very detrimental to your business and what you want to do in the future or what your future holds. And that is something that unfortunately there is no hard solution to. It's more of a thing that you have to get over. It's more of a mindset shift that you have to get over from posting online and stop being like you're being judged or something. I think one of the main things that you can do in order to overcome this is think about what is at stake for you. You need to think about what is at stake and what are the main conflicts that is really holding you back from actually marketing your services online. If you plan on just being someone that is actually seen as an expert, or there's a certain level you have to get to or you need to get to really prove yourself or prove to someone else or so, hopefully yourself, then you need to really think about the stakes. What is at stake? And you need to overcome that. You need to get over that. The thing is, even though you don't do it, there will be many other people that would continue doing it, and many other people who would be new into the industry that will do it, and they will do it probably even better than you, but they will still do it. And those people who can take action on that would probably be the people who will be more successful in their endeavors. But I'm not saying social media is the only way to make it, to be successful. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you have that fear of marketing your services online on social media and you're not doing that, there are many new people who will do it and they would absolutely grow tremendously and exponentially. There are others that would also fail from it too, but within that failure, there are lessons to be learned. But you have to think about it for yourself, right? This is not about if you want to do social media or not. It's about you want to do social media, but you are scared of being judged. And that is where the problem lies. Now, let's say even if you push through all of these and you're able to jump over the fear of being judged, or you don't care about you being judged or your professional image or something like that. You don't really care what people may think about your content because you know that you are focused on your goal and you want to reach somewhere, and social media is the best way to get you there. There is one more thing that really holds people back from even continuing on social media, and that is being burnt out. That is the commitments. They are scared of the time commitments. They are scared of being burnt out because we hear it all the time. So many YouTubers or so many social media people get burnt out all the time, and social media takes a lot of work. It's a lot of effort. And while all of those are true, there are ways that you can implement, or there are things that you can implement within your lives or your process to help you overcome all of that. So you're not being burnt out, you're not spending so much time on social media, but you're doing all the things that matter for your business in order to make it grow. I want you to think of it about it like you're going to the gym, right? There are different kinds of people who spend lots of time in the gym, right? There are people who spend upwards of 2 to 3 hours or even 4 hours in the gym. Some people spend the whole day in the gym. That's their whole job anyway, so they spend the whole day in the gym. But there are other people who spend maybe 30 minutes to an hour, and they still get tremendous results within that time frame. There are people who do it every day too, every single day, 7 days a week, non-stop, 365 days. While there are other people who do it for maybe 3 to 5 days, 30 minutes to an hour, and they still get good results. And I want you to think of it that way. Social media is the same way in that way too. you can spend as much time as you want on social media. There are some things that you do, of course, the more time and that you spend, the more you can grow, the more that you can learn and do stuff. And so, but there are also things within that in terms of gym, where if you are spending a lot of time repping out a lot of reps and working out a lot, doing many workouts at once, there's something called junk volume, where whatever you're doing after that, no matter how many reps you keep pushing into that muscle, it's not going to continue growing, because it's fatigued to a certain point that the rest of the reps that you're doing becomes junk volume. And kind of the same thing, you need to know that threshold when you're doing social media marketing. There are certain activities things that you would do that just becomes junk activities, where it doesn't matter whatever you're going to do from here on, or how many times you're going to keep posting, because it's going to result in the same thing and there's nothing different that's going to come out from. But you need to know that threshold, and you need to be able to put yourself in a certain aspect or in a certain limits where you know your limits and what you can do, what you cannot do, and the things that really matter to your business more. Now, I did say if you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you a step-by-step process, or a very simple process that you can follow through, and that would actually help you overcome all of these fears and these conflicts that is really stopping you from doing social media marketing properly. Now, if you are already doing social media marketing and stuff, and maybe you're getting burnt out or something, this process can also help you to escape that burnt out feeling, or that burnt out area where people usually just fall into time and time again, and can really help you start sparking some ideas and maybe refresh your whole life, so that way you can have more time and energy for other parts of your business that matter. So let's go into that. All right, so as promised, I was going to give you the process, and let's go over the process just a little bit here. It's very simple, very easy to understand. Now, we have all these options for social media platforms, and so there's probably even more than this, but let's say these are the main ones, right? And by the way, you might be thinking which one this is. I'll leave it as a little something in case people don't know which one this is here, but if you know which one this is, put it in the comments below. It'll be interesting to see who knows about this social media platform here. So you have all these options for social media platforms, right? And it's a lot. You have to think about, when you hear people all the time talking about you have to post every single day, or you have to post at least 6 times a week, or 7 times a week, or something like that, or even more. And you have to keep posting on every single one of them and utilizing each one of their features, because each one of these platforms all have unique features that is tailored to them. That sounds overwhelming. I get it. It sounds overwhelming. It sounds insane, crazy, and a lot to do, which of course there are some realtors who would go ahead and just hire out, right? Hire a social media marketing agency, preferably Leet Creative if you're doing that. But there are other people who would hire social media marketing agencies to just handle all these channels for them and post on their behalf, and help them with that as a process, and so, which makes things a lot easier and a lot more focused, especially if it's an agency that knows what they're doing. But if you are running solo and you have all these options, it feels like a lot. So here's step one, what you're going to do. You're going to pick this, right? We have this. Let me just bring this up here. All right. What you're going to do is you're going to pick a primary platform that number one, your audience would mainly be in. Number two, would be easy for you to keep up with. And number three, one that preferably doesn't have the chance of getting absolutely obliterated or canceled or something like that, right? Or something that is more long-term for your business. You want to pick a platform that has all these three things. The priority that would take from that is, of course, pick the platform that has your audience mainly in. Different realtors work with different people. So you might be like, okay, I work with so many different people, right? I don't know. I can't just pick one. Unfortunately, you have to pick one. You have to pick one main audience that you're going to mainly be talking to, and figure out which platforms they're mainly on and how that can really help your business. And of course, you need to know how to really utilize that platform in order to help your business grow. Let's say, for example, right? Let me just give you an example. Let's say there's a realtor who wants to do social media marketing for first-time home buyers and stuff. Primary platform, let's say they go with Instagram, which is one of the main ones, right? Or in this case, let's just go with TikTok. Let's go with TikTok. Let's say you're going with TikTok, you want to work with a lot of first-time home buyers, right? So TikTok would be a very good platform based on your research that you've researched and seen, right? So your primary platform would be TikTok. Secondary platform, you need to pick the second one that would be mainly one that would complement other aspects of your business as a whole, but also, of course, where your audience are still. But you want a second platform just in case, let's say, the primary one also goes down or something, or the algorithms, or it crashes, or something bad is wrong with it. Because at the end of the day, we don't have control of any of these platforms, right? We don't. We just want options, right? But what you want to do is you have a primary platform, you have a secondary platform, and let's say in here with TikTok, there'll be a lot of visual content, right? A lot of videos, a lot of, more intimate style videos and stuff. So let's try and complement that with something more on a photo side things, or maybe a tech side of things. So let's say I go ahead and pick LinkedIn, which LinkedIn is not even here. I didn't even include LinkedIn here. Wow. All right. Now we have LinkedIn here. So let's say we want to complement it, right, with another platform that is different from a little more visual heavy, right? A little more difference. So let's say we have the options of Threads, Twitter, LinkedIn, or even Pinterest. Pinterest is not mainly videos, is mainly, of course, the long image post and graphic posts and stuff like that. You can do videos on there, but you don't really go to Pinterest for the videos. Or you can use Facebook. So let's say, okay, we are going with first-time home buyers, and another good place for first-time home buyers, or most likely that they would be on Facebook. So let's go with Facebook. All right, because Facebook can do all of them, right? Facebook is well-rounded in terms of the media types. So this would be your primary platform. You'll focus on that. Your strategy would be built with TikTok in mind and everything. What you do with that is then you would now repurpose what you have from your TikTok onto your Facebook post. Now, I'm not talking about just reposting everything that you have on your TikTok to your Facebook. I'm talking about repurposing, actually analyzing what the things are and converting them into various media formats so you can upload them or post them on Facebook. So let's say you have a video talking about the process of home buying, of the home buying process, right? Maybe you go ahead and you have an image or a graphic or an infographic of that whole process, and you just repurpose that whole content into an infographic and you post that on Facebook. So that kind of thing, right? So you want to do that kind of thing. Of course, maybe down the line, then you have to cross post and you can post that video again later on. But this is what you want to do. Take small steps. And that's the key thing that I want to let you know when you are doing social media marketing. And if you are feeling overwhelmed, burnt out, whatever, you need to take small steps. Start small. Don't try to overwhelm yourself. Within TikTok, there are many different features in itself. Within Facebook itself, there are many different features that you can also take advantage of. Pick 1 to 2 places, 1 to 2 features, areas, or something that helps you in your goal, and focus on those things. For example, if you are doing TikTok, maybe you can focus on, of course, posting normally, but then maybe live is something that you want to do, so maybe you can hop on there live occasionally. Or maybe another thing you want to do on TikTok itself is maybe TikTok shop. Maybe you want to have a shop that is different from, I don't know, anyone else. I don't really know how much you would use TikTok shop in terms of real estate, but there are ideas there, right? And in terms of Facebook too, maybe you also want to do the same thing. Of course, have your normal posting normally on the main feed, and then maybe stories is another part that you want to focus on. Maybe focus on that. Or let's say in terms of instead of TikTok here, another one that's feature packed is Instagram, right? So let's say you're doing mainly carousels, or you're doing mainly reels, or you're doing mainly stories, and there's lives, there's IGTV, which I don't know if anyone uses that anymore. But all these things, right? All these features, pick 1 or pick 2 of them and just focus on that. Start small. And when you start seeing the results from them, that's when you want to focus on a little more into the data between what that is telling you, right? Your analytics and what your content is telling you, what your audience is telling you, and maybe start branching out a little bit more by repurposing onto the different platforms and onto the different features too. And if there's anything that I want you to take away from this video, is you need to start small. That is the main thing that I need you to take away from this video. Starting small makes a big difference. And if you take those small steps and continually get better and better and improve improving your content, improving your process, improving your content, improving your process, in no time, you will be at a whole different level than a lot of people who have already started out and are stuck in many different areas, being burnt out or not even being able to start. You would already be in a whole different level than them starting. Okay, so you might still be in a position where you're like, I still don't know where I'm supposed to start or how I'm supposed to even start right now because I still don't know what's going on or what I'm supposed to do. Well, we have helped you out in a very good way. We have a resource. We have created a social media strategy template, very easy to understand, step-by-step template that you can follow, plug things in for your business that will work well for your business and for what you're looking for in your future. Plug those things in and you have a blueprint laid out for you where you can follow along and easily start creating contents today or even as soon as possible. So you are already on track to the right things and not just posting randomly that, we preach against. Don't just post randomly. Post with intention. Anything you're doing within your business, you need to do it with intention, just like in anything in life, right? Or at least most things, unlike the spontaneous people. So go ahead and click the link in the description below and grab your copy of that template. But before you click that, actually, if you are still wondering, okay, I still don't have much time, I really don't have as much time, go ahead and watch this video here. And this is a video that I go over how, if I had 1 hour a day to market my brand and actually establish my real estate brand on social media, how I'm going to do it. Go ahead and click this video here